and welcome to another video, and today I am riding Allegro and we are going to show you how to get your horse on the bit. So first of all, what is the term on the bit? Basically when your horse is on the bit, they've got their back up underneath them making a nice round shape and their heads are coming down and round. So I want his pole to be about the same as where his withers is, so he shouldn't have a really high pole. The pole should however be the highest part of where their head is, and his nose should be on a vertical line, if you know what that means. If I could edit better I would show you the pictures with all the lines, but if I can't do that, you can go onto Google and just Google what outline is and what it should look like, and you'll be able to see the diagrams, but I'm hoping that me and Leggy are going to be able to show you. So the pole is the highest part of the body, it should be roughly in line with the withers, and his nose should be on a vertical line. The term behind the vertical and in front of the vertical is basically when their nose either comes behind that vertical line or goes in front of that vertical line. So how do we get our horses to actually do that? So I'm going to pop him onto a circle and I'm going to show you what's going to happen first of all if I use absolutely no rein. So I'm going to trot him round and I'm not going to touch my reins. I'm just going to have normal short reins and just trot round in a circle. Good done. He puts his head down anyway. Leggy, you're meant to be a giraffe. So I was hoping that he'd just stick his head in the air, but he's not. So this is me not using any contact. Imagine that he sticks his head up in the air. There you go, like that. There you are. So this is not on the bit. He's not got his back underneath him. He's not trotting particularly nice. His head's up in the air a bit. He's not on the vertical line. I'm not feeling the pressure through my reins like I should. And walk. So what I'm going to do to get him to go on the bit is, first of all, keep plenty leg on, because everybody makes the mistake of focusing way too much on what their head's doing and not actually pushing them from behind. So I always like to say that I want to use as much leg as I use rein. So every time I put pressure on the rein, I'm also going to put pressure on my leg, because as most of us know, it should come from the back end. They should push from their bum into the front end, creating that on the bit, round, over the back, etc., etc. So what I'm going to do with my reins is I'm just going to massage his bit. So I'm just putting pressure in the rein. I'm pushing with my leg. I'm just gently wrapped around his body and I'm just starting to vibrate down the reins. Now what I always talk to you about is this pressure and release. So if he starts to put his head up a little bit too high, I make the movements a bit more. I start to vibrate the reins even more. Like now he's come a bit high, so I just move them a little bit more. But you always need to remember that the outside rein has a constant contact. So I try to keep my outside rein with plenty pressure and keep it still, while my inside rein is just doing those little tweaks down that inside rein. And then when he comes nice and soft, I make that rein lighter. So I just stop moving it so much. So I'm just going to show you on the other rein. So now he's in both my hands and I've just got a little bit of pressure in both the reins. Hopefully his nose is on the vertical. So now I'm just holding my left rein still and keeping it down and strong, and my right rein is just doing a little bit of movement just to help keep him round. And because he's nice and round at the moment, I'm not going to keep pulling it because he's there. So he's doing the right thing. Therefore, I'm going to have that rein nice and soft. I'm not going to yank it, because if I keep moving them, look, now he's way too round and I don't want that. So I go soft to let him know that that is the right place to go. So that's nice there. So I'm going to keep my leg on, keep pushing him forwards into the bridle and just gently, very, very gently moving that inside rein, holding the outside rein so I don't give it away. I'm just holding on to it. And then when he's soft, I go soft. So he absolutely knows that the right thing to do is have his head there. So as I come into my downwards transition, I'm just going to sit little wiggle, and good boy. So, what you need to take away from that is that when they do it correct, they must know that they are doing it right by you doing that release. So, if their head comes up a little bit too high, make the vibrations a bit stronger, move the bit a little bit more, put a little bit more leg on, and then when they come softer and they start to put their head down, reward them by making it easier. Go softer in the hand and softer in the leg. So then you give them the easier option. Horses will always go for the easy option. So if you make it lovely and easy for him when his head is down and he's moving his back end, then make it easier for yourself as well by going nice and light through that contact. If they start to put their head up and make it harder, then make yourself a little bit stronger, a little bit more rein, a little bit more leg until they can come round with you. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that video. If you have any questions for me, just send them on my Facebook or my YouTube page, and I will see you for the next one.